This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, November 30th, 2009. I'm your host, Peter Bush. Today, any swim fan should be proud. 2 Division I All-American swimmers were among the just 32 people in all of America to win the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship to study at Oxford in the UK. We had Auburn's Jordan Anderson on the show before he won the scholarship. And now we have Justine Schluntz on the show. The University of Arizona senior joins us on Skype from Tucson. Justine, I know we had to twist your arm a little bit, but thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
Well, congratulations. It's an amazing achievement. Tell us how you found out and what that it happened a week or so ago. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I went up to Colorado Springs for our district's interviews. There were 12 finalists there. We did interviews all day Saturday, and then at the end of the day, they kind of just pulled us into a room and announced 2 winners. There wasn't any beating around the bush or anything.
So it's like American Idol or something? They put you in a room and the people who win get to celebrate and the losers go home?
Not quite like that. I think everybody was pretty friendly there. We got to sit around all day during the interviews, or between the interviews, and make friends with all these amazing people. So everybody was pretty generous after they announced the winners. So.
Oh, but none of the other ones in the room were 9-time All-Americans, though.
There's some pretty accomplished people in that room, though. Maybe not in the same aspects, but these people were amazing and different. There were musicians. There was an NCAA skier, a guy that fences. So just everything you can imagine.
Tell us what you plan to actually do when you go over there to England.
My particular plan of study is going to be, well, my major is mechanical engineering with a focus on fluid mechanics. So I'm going to use my fluid mechanics background and research tidal energy. So basically turbines underwater, similar to wind energy, but it's not as tapped yet as wind energy has been.
So they can produce electricity and power underneath the water?
Yeah, exactly. So you use the motion of the tides, basically. There's potential energy and kinetic energy carried along with that. And so if you have the right shape of turbine, it doesn't look the same as a wind turbine in most cases, but if you have the right shape, you can probably get pretty good energy production from it.
Well, we are going over the heads of everybody who works here at Swimming World, so I'm going to back it down a little bit. But that is interesting stuff. Because you're a swimmer and you study that kind of engineering. Am I stretching a little bit here? I mean, do the two ever go hand in hand, or at least in your mind? Are you thinking about your stroke, for example, and also about mechanical engineering, or is it totally out of bounds?
I mean, there's a little bit. I think I'm definitely a more technical swimmer than a physical swimmer. So just thinking about what I'm doing specifically, and that relates a little bit to fluid mechanics, but without all the equations. So I mean, it definitely is part of the reason I'm so interested in studying the flow and the motion of fluids.
Well, speaking of motion of fluids, how you doing in the water? I know you've battled injuries throughout your college career. Despite your successes, you have had some setbacks. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good right now. We have Texas Invite next weekend, so we're nearing the end of a taper, which is always nice, and we're excited to go there and use the meet. We always use it to try and qualify for NCAAs and get as many people qualified as possible. So everybody's just looking forward to next weekend. So.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Congratulations again on the scholarship. It's amazing, and good luck at Texas.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, thanks, Justine. And that's Justine Schluntz joining us, and that is our show for today. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.